And this story is a universal unfolding of the same phenomenon. Nowhere on earth you will find any difference. So the claim of the Holy Quran that God has been revealing Himself to every man in all parts of the world is true, according to us, because psychologically it is well supported. First of all, we can't conceive of a God having abandoned the majority of His creation and chosen only a few ones. Secondly, we begin to understand that this is human nature. First they oppose and then they start elevating the positions. And this is so common everywhere that there is no exception to be made anywhere. So this is in a nutshell, our approach to Jesus Christ, peace be upon Him. This is the reason why we look differently at the same verses of the New Testament on which you have been going to looking differently and drawing different conclusions. Fundamentally we differ. This is the reason why we draw completely different conclusions. So as we reread Bible in the light of what I have said, we come to the conclusion that even before the fact of crucifixion, there were indications left by Jesus Christ, peace be upon Him, that He would be liberated from that ignoble death upon the cross. Because it was highly important for Him. Because it was said in the earlier scriptures that whoever claims that he is from God and is a false man, he will die hanging by the tree. That's what it's saying, it's clear. So any man who dies a death upon cross, that is what is meant. Huh? Is a curse. Is a curse. So that was a cursed death. Now the Jews were planning exactly to prove this. They knew that his claim was that of the prophet. And that was the issue at variance between them. Nowhere it was debated that Jesus Christ asserted he was a God. What happened was that when this allegation was made by the Jews, he refuted it. He said, lesser men than we have made claims to be sons of God and children of God, and you never raised any objection. Why do you treat me in a different light? That was an indication that these idioms are being used, this sort of metaphor is being used by me in the same sense as earlier it has been used by the scriptures. So the fact was that if the Jews had succeeded in making him die upon cross, they could have referred to the older scriptures and appeared to God with a clean sheet. After death, this would be their position. They can still claim that, oh God, as far as we are concerned, we know that it was written in the scriptures that a false prophet could die a cursed death. As far as we see, this did happen. As far as his raising from the dead is concerned, that is a claim of which we are not witnesses. No, of course, but I am talking of the Jews. God is not only your God, He is also the God of the Jews. Initially, a prophet was sent to them, according to us as we see. Try to project yourself, see things from our angle. Now, if the Jews give this answer, what is the rebuttal? How can God reject this?
Well, we would say, and I believe our New Testament says, that curse was made under the old law, but Jesus Christ, by choosing to die upon the cross, took away that curse. Being the Son of God, He had the power.
I'll come to that later. I'll come to that later. I'm not repeating what I know you believe and you know you believe, but I want to settle the first part first. Projecting yourself into the Jewish mind for a while, for the sake of argumentation. You can imagine a Jew having died and appearing before his doors and being questioned about the rejection of Jesus Christ, peace be upon him. what would be his position?
Quite.
Yes.
Quite.
You see?
Quite.
And what would be God's position before such a Jew? He said, yes, he would say, yes, you are all right. I mean, as far as you are concerned, I will let him appear before you.
Anyway, for the sake of the Jew.
Yes, yes. And as far as Jesus Christ is concerned, peace be upon him, he made it a point not to appear before the Jews after crucifixion. He was in fact invited to do so, and he rejected. He refused to enter the cities during the daytime. And he would appear just before his disciples in the dead of the night, and appear only before them. So that is one fact which makes us tend to believe that Jesus Christ should have been saved from death upon cross, if not for any other sake, for the sake of proving himself to be true in the eyes of the Jews. The second reason why we believe this is that before the effect of crucifixion, Jesus Christ was demanded to show a sign. And he told the people, to those who demanded such a sign, that no sign will shown unto you except the sign of Jonah, who was eaten by the fish, swallowed by the fish, and remained alive in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights according to the living story, and was ejected, vomited out alive, not dead. He was not raised from the dead, but remained alive under apparently impossible conditions. So this is the sign of Jonah as we understand from the Bible. Now when Jesus Christ said that no sign would be given unto you except this sign, from that we interpret that Jesus meant that he would apparently face such a situation as should have demanded his death, as should have ended up into his death. Ordinarily people do not survive such ordeals, but like Jonah prophet did, so would he. That is the second indication we find before the crucifixion. The third is that he told them that he was going to leave them and go to some lost tribes of the lost sheep of Israel. He said, there are other sheep who are not of this fold, and I am going to go to visit them. Now who are the other sheep who do not belong to that fold which was present at the time of Jesus' appearance in Judea?
To us they would mean, I suppose, those Gentiles who became part of Israel, the new Israel, the church, by believing in Jesus Christ.
This is an interpretation, but according to us, what he said was sheep of Israel.
But we understand by Israel the church now.
But I mean, this is not correct, because Israel is a biblical term applicable to the Jewish stock. And whenever you say the sheep of Israel, it always refers to the 12 tribes of Israel. And there are sheep which are not of this fold, and lost sheep of Israel, which it means, if you read your history, you will find out that before the appearance of Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, 10 tribes of Israel had been expelled from the mainland Judea at various times in history. And they were, according to us, the lost tribe, belonging to Israel, yet not of the same fold which was there at the time of Jesus Christ's appearance.
He meant them as well.
Yes, yes. When we reconstruct the story, we connect it like this. We say, all right, he promised them that he would leave them, and he would leave them for the sake of fulfilling his mission. He had come not only to revive the 2 tribes of Israel which were present at the time of Jesus' appearance in Judea, but also he was to address the entire 12 tribes of Israel.